Hi guys, welcome to week 4. So you guys are halfway through the semester. I know it's pretty quick. So this week you have your review, your exam, and also a discussion. So again, your quickly attendance, make sure you check in. You have your checklist, lecture 2.10, and then you have a quiz on 2.10. And then you do have these supplemental videos. You also have the case for performance art. Make sure you watch this video before you jump into your discussion so that you have a better understanding of performance art. And then 2.10, the reading, of course, it will also help you with that. And so in your discussion, you will go over 2.10. And so you do have to respond to at least 2 classmates from your group. And so with this week's discussion, I'm going to go into week 4. And so you do have to use either Yuja or another recording app to record your video responses. So this is a requirement for this discussion, right? So remember, only your group will see the recordings. Again, when you're doing your recordings, it's okay if you do the just like the screen share like I'm doing here and not showing your face. That's fine. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your face, that's fine. You have other like other apps where it can like make it blurry so that they don't see you clearly, and that's fine as long as you're answering the questions, right? So first you're going to read the article, and then you're going to watch this video. It's a short video. Once you've done that, then you can start thinking about these questions, right? And so once you've thought about these questions and you've reflected on them, you'll do your recording. And again, you can just share these questions on the screen and then just talk about them, right? So your initial feelings of the work, and then you'll just talk about it. Number 2, number 3, again, the same thing. And so you're doing this in a recording. And then the second part, you're going to use this second video, and you'll again watch the video and then reflect on and then answer the last questions here, the last 3 questions, right? And so you can, if you want to, like jot notes for yourself if it helps. You can always pause your video and then come back to this video and then record. Remember, there's always that pause that you can do. But yeah, so once you've addressed these questions and you've recorded, you're going to submit your responses into the discussion board. There is these note cards that for this last question, examples of elements and principles of art that you find in the work, right? And so these note cards, basically what it is just a list of the elements and principles, right? And then it gives you questions, right? So you don't have to answer all these questions. Think of these as just like prompts. Like, so if I was looking at an art piece and I'm going to start thinking about, okay, elements and principles, which ones would work for this piece? And I could look at the piece and say, is line important? And I go through these questions and I'm like, no, not really. And then I'm like, maybe shape is important. And then you start looking at things like, is the weight important, or is it is there a lot of geometric shapes? Is that important? And then you can decide, like, and if you say yes, shape could probably work for this piece, then you would just address that in your discussion, right? And so these are just kind of like prompts to help you think about it. It's like, so if color is important, is there a color scheme? Is it analogous colors? Is there a color association, right? And what effects does the work give? So you're not really answering every single question. You're just using these to help you think about what you can write in that section, right? You only have to pick 2 to 3 elements or principles for the piece, right? But the reason that we're doing this again is because it's practice for your museum project, because you'll have to use the elements and principles to talk about your work. So yeah, just short and sweet. It's not like a long essay. It's just like you give me an example of emphasis and then tell me how the artist created it and what it does. That's it. And then so when you are done, you can submit your discussion. So you'll go to the link and then you'll scroll down and start a new thread. And again, remember you're going to select the groups assigned to me. Then you'll put your title, and then again you're just going to click on the insert stuff and insert your video here and then post. And then once you post, you'll see everybody's posts, and then you can do your responses. So your initial post has to be done by Thursday, and then your responses by Sunday. And then for your review, so you have your review here and your exam here. So if you click on the review, this is StudyMate, and so you'll use these activities to study. And so basically this is your test, right? So there's flashcards for you to use, and so with the flashcards all you do is flip the card and then go on to the next one, flip the card, and it gives you the answers. But you can do like crossword or a challenge, and so use this to study. If you use these more than at least 2 or 3 of these activities so that you cover all the material, and you'll be good for that exam. That's it for this week. If you guys have any questions, please email me.